Good morning, beautiful people. I wanted to change up the way that I kind of conduct these little reminder posts and announcements that I kind of have in the caption a little bit. So we're coming at you live from this little desk in my apartment from today, for today. And so really wanted to just kind of recap my little caption that I have this morning. So kind of goes like this. So a little bit ago, I did a little 20 rules to life. About 6 or 7 months ago, right before I was coming out and moving out to LA. And so I kind of rewrote some of these rules down, and I want to kind of make these reminder posts over the next 20 days or so devoted to each one kind of as they go from 1 to 20. So we're going to start off with this number 1 right now, and that is, so basically came up with 20 things that I would tell my younger self. And this is the number 1 thing. So the number 1 thing I would tell my younger version of myself, is that God always gives you what you need. And so pretty much a lot of my stress and worry when I was younger and when I was growing up used to reside a lot in what other people thought of me and my life and how I conducted my life and who I was and who I was as a person. That's where I placed a lot of my stress and worry. Like I was really concerned with what people thought of me, right? And so as I've grown and matured over the years, a lot of that stress and worry has then transitioned into this uncertain future of attempting, trying to always become the best version of myself and my future family, those around me, everything beyond that. So that's kind of always what I'm kind of working towards. I'm kind of chasing my potential, and that's where a lot of my stress and worry has now come to be. And so I had a friend actually visiting from out of town this past week, and he said these words after we had visited Mass this past Sunday, and it's really stuck with me ever since, and it's exactly what I needed to hear. And I think it's kind of funny how you hear things exactly when you are most ready to hear them, in a funny way. And so this is exactly what I need to hear at this time. And I kind of opened up to him about how I've been feeling about this lately, and telling him, there's always kind of this feeling in the back of my head about like providing for myself now, that I'm living on my own and kind of figuring this thing out, growing up in a sense, becoming this capable provider for myself, my family, and those around me, like I mentioned. And we were coming out of Mass, and he says these words. He says, God's always going to give you what you need. And it really, what do I say? It was undeniably the greatest shift in my perspective that I have had in a very long time. And really all of this worry and stress kind of just melted off my shoulders and my heart and my soul. Because I think it really brought me back into the present and current moment in the present time, rather than like my mind kind of always being in the future, like worrying about that, almost like perpetually living in the future. Like I feel like I used to perpetually live in the past with what people thought of me and like who I used to be and everything. But then it's now transitioned into like, the constant still been like constant worry and stress. And he said these things, and it kind of just brought me back into like centeredness and rootedness in this knowing, in this truth. And I just really wanted to speak on that. I think to know that like everything's gonna be taken care of. And I think the coolest thing to know that everything happens for a reason and in perfect timing in our lives. Like we are exactly where we need to be right now, right at this very moment. Whether or not you understand how this is serving you right now, or how it may not be serving you, everything happens like for a reason and in perfect timing in our lives. And I really think that's the coolest thing, to know that your efforts towards serving something that is greater than yourself is really leading you in the right. It's been really the biggest shift for me is, I am serving something that is greater than myself. And I think that's, as long as I do that, like everything will be taken care of, you don't have to really worry about, like Connor, you don't have to really worry about this future, like everything's going to, you like live in it each day. Live in each day, you do what you need to do, you schedule all your days, you do your thing, everything will take care of itself, you know? And when he said these words, like this is exactly what I needed to hear. And so when I was coming up with this list of 20 things I would tell my younger self, this is the number one thing that I would say, is that number one, God always gives you what you need. And always remember that. So that is my little Tuesday reminder. The only announcements that I have really for myself and some of the things that I've been working on lately are that we are officially 10 days out from a day free trial for anyone that is interested. I'm going to be having pretty much all of my workouts on there, all of some nutrition advice and tips, and some videos of me showing kind of the meals that I make when I'm trying to lose fat or gain muscle, and yeah, do some stretching and mobility routines that you can kind of incorporate into your workout routines, maybe before you work out or after you work out. And then just all my mindset and motivational videos that I've made over the way. Now I'm kind of picking those back up with some of these reminders. So yeah, just hopefully you're enjoying everything that I'm kind of creating for everyone and putting out as much as I can. And yeah, that's about it for me. I think 50 days out of a Summer Shredding Classic. 50 days out today. 10 days out from our little fitness app launch. 50 days out from Summer Shredding. And I'm going home to Pittsburgh. Some family for Mother's Day. My little goddaughter's first communion. And I am excited and I'm blessed and I'm super grateful to be able to be doing that this weekend. So have the best rest of your Thursday. Much love always, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you. Peace.